to be a family therapist. Where did you start working as a family therapist?
I had a very small private practice while I was in my doctoral studies. I lived in a very small town in Iowa in the United States, and I was the only therapist in town, which oftentimes was difficult because it meant that I knew the people. And so we always had to start with a conversation about boundaries and how we couldn't be close friends because of that relationship. And I enjoyed that work, and I was under supervision. None of it was solution focused, but it was good supervision. I then, after I graduated from my program, I went to Purdue University and taught in a doctoral program, marriage and family therapy doctoral program. And so I developed a private practice there also, and was doing a research project. And because of that research project, we were doing more solution-focused work because we just found out we couldn't not. Regardless that our first model didn't include it, we had to. When people began doing things that were helpful to themselves, we had to ask them to do more of it and ask them questions about how they did it and what else were they doing. And, I mean, it just happened naturally. I've never worked full-time as a therapist. It's always been part-time. After I retired from university work, I did private practice more like 12 to 15 hours a week than when I was still teaching. At that time, I was at Utah State University and teaching family therapy in a master's program. So I observed a lot of therapy. I supervised a lot of therapy. I talked a lot about therapy, and I did it, but never the way that some people do when they spend 25 or 30 hours a week or more doing therapy.
Do you think it was a good for you to do different things and to teach and be a therapist at the same time? Was that helpful?
I think so. I think it was helpful in all aspects of my life. I think the teaching really helped my therapy. The therapy certainly helped my teaching. The scholarship was something that I enjoyed doing. I think part of it was that I didn't get tired of any one of those things. Whenever I found myself tired of something, I could do something else for a while.
Yeah.
Except grading, of course. I always had to grade and get that done by a deadline. Write chapters by a deadline or something like that. But I liked that kind of balance in my life. And I think all of that made me a better spouse and mother. I think so.
So when you speak, I get the impression that one of the most important parts for you about solution-focused work was as a supervisor and a teacher, and the synergy of doing solution-focused work from as a supervisor or teacher, and then the same principles was applied in the therapy room.
Right, and in my scholarship.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. The word synergy is perfect because each improved the others, informed the others. When a student would do something in the therapy room, and then we talked about it, sometimes I would use that in my therapy, and I would learn from that, and then I would go back and talk to the student about it, and it would improve both of us. And the same with the writing. When I would read a really good chapter or intervention, I would try it sometimes and then make it fit me. I would use it in my own style.
And then you